Hey, hey.
Looking as good as you wanna look, girl.
Looking as good as she wanna be. You're looking good. What up, everybody? It's your boy, Cyrah E. Megan, or Cyrah O. Megan.
Is that someone's nostril?
That's somebody's ear. He trying to hear.
Oh.
Cyrah O. Megan right here. I've been in business 3.5 years. Megan's been in the business
2 years and 10 months.
2 years and 10 months. And we love it. She gained 12 pounds on her nutrition plan in her 16 pounds to date, but in her first 90 days.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. In my first 90 days, I lost 27 pounds. Right now, I'm up in some lean mass, but your boy is about to shred some more because it's shred season. And that's the wonderful thing about Herbalife. We get to control our weight. Who has control their weight? Say I. Who wants to help other people control their weight? Say I. Yeah, right. So it's Tony Robbins. So in my first month, I made $55, which was huge because your boy was a bartender, struggling, working actor, struggling, in a 3-bedroom condo, 11 roommates, struggling. So $55 was huge because I didn't have empty money. But doing the same thing, getting my results, putting it on social media, telling people face to face, calling my whole phone book after I watched Boiler Room, also sharing it with whoever I came in contact with. I wind up making my highest month was $10,500, and that was right around the time Ellen started, which is awesome sauce. And guys, you can do the same, and it's my job and my duty and my vision and my mission to get you guys to be well surpassed that. Yeah, his baby was asleep. That's why he had the ear. All good. So I won't try to be too loud. Just turn the volume down, son. Because sometimes we turn up. We just turn up. So, guys, what we're going to be talking about today is we have these things called events in Herbalife. And if you haven't been to one, I implore you to get to one because they are amazing. We have everything down to the lowest echelon of event that you can have is you doing something right at your house. Maybe you have a local nutrition club. Maybe it's something somewhere near you where you can, hey, Tasha, welcome to the call. Hey, other calling user, 850, welcome to the call. That might be Amani or somebody. So when you have an event at your house, a shake party, welcome to the call, Tamika. When you go to somebody else's house and have a shake party at their house, they invite some friends over. That's an event. Now, there might be weekly events at a nutrition club or a shake shop somewhere near you, a sideline perhaps, where they'll do these things called HOMs, or Herbalife Opportunity Meetings, or just post-recovery after maybe a fit camp. You might have a mixer. It can be all different kind of things. Any event is great. Then we have these monthly events called STSs, or Success Training Seminars, which are awesome. Sometimes they fly in different high-level members, President's Team, Millionaire Team, President's Team and beyond, and they deliver messages to you, which is the same material of Use Word Talk, but it's different because you can't be the prophet in your own city. Yeah, nuggets already. And what happens is when people go to different cities, they hear it differently because it's not the same thing they've been hearing, which is pretty awesome. There's some awesome people in Herbalife. So after the STS, which is every month, or Success Training Seminar, my first one was December 2012, and it changed my life. I heard Dennis Dowdell tell his story, and I said, I'm in. That was it. I was in. New supervisor, I'm done. Next month, 8,600 volume points. Next month, 17,000 volume points. Then it went up from there. Super Mario had to catch me, but now I'm playing catch up with him, right? So after that, LDW, Leadership Development Weekend, where you spend a whole weekend getting value from people that travel to your city to give you information on events, promotions, how they did it, because they're going to be successful people coming in to tell you their story and share it with you and show you how it's possible, because it's always somebody who went through some type of struggle or put something together, maybe with them or their significant other, and they're going to have these stories and tell you, I went from point A to point E or point G or wherever they're at in their journey to get to Z. Because it's funny, it's like you never really get to Z in Herbalife, because I think the top member has 12 diamonds, Leslie Stanford. Well, she got 12 diamonds. So we'll talk about diamonds and all that. But just know that going from A to Z, woo, I'm probably on I feel like I'm on B right now. We ain't even made it to C yet. So everybody starts at member, and you can go to however high that you want to go, and going to these events helps you. So when we talk about extravaganza, I see one person turning up. I don't know if y'all turned up on the phone, but when we go to extravaganza, I knew Trey was gonna turn up. Look, he did a nay-nay. K Boogie did a nay-nay. So when you go there, man, that's just really life-changing, man. I didn't think it was really gonna hit like that. My first one was in Las Vegas in 2013, Megan's as well. And a lot of stuff just got shared, and each year we see people get up on the stage and go to President's Team, and it's just awesome. It's really amazing. It's just showing you what's possible when people are committed to something and they stick to it and they bring people with them. John C. Maxwell, y'all heard me say it every week. If you're crossing the finish line by yourself, you're not running a race, you're just taking a walk. So true leaders cross the finish line and have their team with them. We don't do anything alone in this business. Star Team is an umbrella where even if it rains, sleets, or snows outside, we all got each other because we're all under the same umbrella. It goes for Super Team and Urban Heroes as well. So when we talk about these events, we just had this past weekend at LDW, or Leadership Development Weekend. So we're going to get some takeaways. And what I want you guys to do is unmute yourselves, take 3 to 5 minutes, and just go over anything that you think will share and benefit the team or anything that touched you. Be sure to introduce yourself and say what city you're calling from, anything about yourself, because this is family, but we have new people all the time, so we want to make sure we're acquainted. And it's a good habit to follow. So I know Megan's got some good stuff. We was out here at the San Francisco LDW, and we had a supervisor call on Monday where I heard some of you share about your experiences. So if you guys want to go ahead and go, just unmute yourselves and go for it. Listen.
Hey, I'll go.
Okay.
Y'all can't see me, I'm driving. But I was Tasha Washington, 2 years in the business, supervisor, but for my first active supervisor. I was in Dallas with Khalil and Amber. It was awesome. It really was like exactly what I needed when I needed it. Man, there's so much. Well, definitely non-negotiables is what Khalil talked about. And it was just one of those things where a lot of us are still working 9 to 5. So, but there's things that must be done if we want to actually get out of those jobs. We can't just continue to stay complacent. That if that means, getting up a few extra hours and getting the things done that'll move your business, then that's what you need to do, because there's just things that need to be done. That's waking up on time, making your bed, getting out the house on time. And then one thing he said was really important is you can do all of that stuff, but if you're not doing a money-making activity every single day, then what's the point of getting up early? So it's kind of like, you have to do something that's going to build your business every single day, make that a non-negotiable. And I know Amber mentioned, or I don't know who mentioned it, but your 90-day plan is a 90-day plan. It's not a 1 week plan. Oh, let me try something different. It's doing the same thing for 90 days. But they also talked about a 90-day plan on top of your 90-day plan. So basically 180-day plan. And so that's something that I'm going to try to implement, that I will implement, not try, but will. It's a lot. I know Ellen and Montreal and all them are going to get some of the nuggets too. But that's just one thing definitely I know I need to work on is my non-negotiables and being more disciplined with myself. Yeah.
I'll go ahead and go. Beggar Fit. How everybody doing? Beggar Fit, 14 months, a little bit over 14 months in the business, current pen, world team. Super fired up to be a part of this organization. Star Urban Heroes. I mean, we just really leading the fight, y'all. If y'all don't know, everybody that cuts, and we're next. Our team is next. As long as everybody just step up and do their part. I love going to these events, y'all. I love going to events. My job, my mindset now is to never miss an event. Like no matter what, even with military things going on, with family things going on, I try my best, or I do my best to make it to these events, regardless of the situation, simply because in the beginning, when I first started, my business was going nowhere, and I wasn't going to events. Started going to events, my business is growing. and we eat. So one of the first things that I got was from 30KC executive press team member Amber Wick. Got an autograph. Oh yeah. She say there's no right way. There are just ways. Basically, she's saying there's no right way to do the business. Like you have all these different examples of people that's come before you, people that study to give you the information of how or a way, but you're always gonna find your way. The important thing is to just set out on the journey, to just start, and go after it, and you'll find your way. So she said there's no right way, there are just ways. So whatever your way is, do it. But if you know you need to make adjustments, it's not bringing you the results you want, then you can't neglect to make adjustments. You can't neglect to make adjustments. She's also said there's no wrong way, simply unless it's unethical, unless it's hurting your other people's business, unless it's hurting your business, unless it's hurting Herbalife as a family, as a team. You know what I'm saying? So there's no wrong way. There are just ways, unless it's unethical. Simple. Then Garen Jones came up, and I don't know if anybody in the event heard me, but I said, fire me up, G, because I already knew he was going to fire us up. So he basically came and said, change your state before going out into the marketplace. Change your state. And me, I'm automatically a live guy. I'm always motivated. I bring a lot of energy to my conversations and anything that I do with this business. But when he had us do the squats, and he had us with the song, and he had us doing the workout, I was so fired up. Like my state of mind was like, I need to go talk to somebody right now. I need to do this. So that's something I'm definitely gonna start implementing even before I bring my energy to the marketplace. I'm gonna get in even more better state, even better state to have an even bigger impact on somebody, because it's not what you say, it's how you say it. Even if you're speaking like all kinds of stuff and you're intense about it, you really energetic about it, they're gonna grab something that you say, whether it's how you feel about it or they're just gonna like you. So they're gonna say, man, I don't know what you just said, but I love your energy, so I'm in. And I've had that happen before, especially when I first began. So one more before I get up off here, because I'm not really timing anything. One thing that stuck out to me was the big mistakes that we make as leaders. And I know I've done it, and if some of my members are on here, they can probably attest to me to this. He said we think that there's a difference between retail customers, or we think that there's a difference between retail customers and a customer with a discount. So basically what they're saying is, okay, we have this customer and we're following up, we're doing a bit, we're checking on them, we make sure they're doing the products, and as soon as they become a member, we think that they're a coach. So we stop, we stop doing what we're supposed to do with them just because they signed up as a member. And I know I've done this before. No, they're a member with a discount. Until they make that decision, I'm gonna be a coach, I wanna do the business, they're just a member with a discount. They're just a client with a discount. So we gotta continue to do our follow-ups, make sure they're doing their products, make sure they're ordering their products, because I know a lot of people can attest and say that I have so many members on zero. And a long time ago, I heard Cyrah say, how can you be on zero when you're in Herbalife? You eat every day. You eat every day. So how can you be on zero? Like, I don't really understand that. Even if it is, you remember client, like, how can you be on zero when you eat food every day? You're spending your money on something every day, somebody's products every day. Why not pay yourself, buy from your own store, invest in your own self? And I know I said that was the last one, but I had another one. Garen Jones, I posted this on Facebook. He said, in order to go from peak to peak, I think this is Khalil Blake, I'm sorry. He said, in order to go from peak to peak, you got to go through a valley. So it's like life is all ups and downs. Your business, your personal life, your social life, your everything is all ups and downs. You got to know how to deal with it. Jim Rohn say, you got to know how to handle the winters. You got to become that more confident individual, that better person, mindset, body, strength, whatever it takes to handle the valleys in order to get to that peak. Because you wouldn't feel like you did anything if somebody just took you and dropped you off on top of Mount Everest. You couldn't celebrate and say, hey, I climbed the mountain. No, you got to be able to go through that valley, deal with all the hardships so you can reap the rewards with no no, she back there, baby, with no regret. You got to be able to reap those rewards, no regret. And when you don't get the results you wanted, still no regret because you get what you put in. So that's my time. Baker Fit. Everybody know me. Love y'all. And let's hit some more of these nuggets. Shout out to Ellen for this pen, too.
Oh, Lord.
Shout out to Ellen for this pen.
Boy, you fired me up. I had that highlighted, but I'm glad you said it because I like the way you said it. What's going on, y'all? You know who it is. No. Ellen Musa, gonna be 2 years on the 24th in this amazing business, current Pennies Active World Team. Man, Khalil Blakely is disrespectful, but Cyrah already told me he was gonna be like that because that's him and Cyrah is like ninjas, like my ninja, like that. So, you know, he touched on a lot of good stuff. Beck, you touched on a lot of good stuff. I can't wait to hear what Joey got to say. Hopefully, I don't steal none of your nuggets, but it's cool because we share nuggets around here, dipping sauce. You know how it go. But he talked about, and this is on building your business. It's like marriage versus dating. Man, like when he brought that up, it made perfect sense. And I kind of talked about it on a super call, but everybody not a supervisor, so y'all gotta get some too. So what he said was, you gotta remember, it's like your business, building your business is like dating versus marriage. When you date something, you pick it up, put it down. It's like a hobby. You know, it's like you could change it out easily. You know that you're not gonna bring everybody you date home to your mama. You're not gonna bring everybody you date home to your daddy. You know what I mean? So, you know, versus the marriage, that's when you playing around with the business, the dating, you know? So with the marriage, you know, you marry what you love. I'm married to Herbalife. Everybody knows that moment to when it was like, oh, I'm not going nowhere. And I know when it was for me, and it was something so small, I just retailed money and bought my mama an iPad. Like, I never bought my mama really nothing, ever. And I bought her iPad. And she fussed at me because she don't know how to work it, but she played with games on it and stuff, you know. But I bought that I work hard and talk to people and help people and bought my mama an iPad. And I was like, man, if I could do that, imagine what else I could do, right? So but that means you got to divorce the things that's not important to you, like going out or turning up all the time. Because I know we went out, right? I didn't feel good at all the next day. I felt like crap. That's why I don't do it. Because, you know, imagine if you do that every day. Exactly. Going out is a poor man's vacation. When people, and I say this all the time, when I want to turn up, my turn up is I'm about to go to Miami with a whole bunch of ripped up people. That's my turn up. I ain't going to no club. I'm about to go on a vacation. I'm going here. I'm going there. And they be like, dang, I seen you went here. I seen you went there. Yeah, I'm married to this. Because think about it. If Megan go on vacation, Cyrah is going. They're married. If Cyrah goes somewhere, Megan is going. They married. So anywhere, shut up. where Herbalife is doing something, and like next month I'm going back to Dallas, and everybody they coming with me, cause Super Mario gonna be there. And if it wasn't for Super Mario, Cyrah wouldn't even be here, and we wouldn't be on this call. So you think I'm not going? And when he sees us there, that makes him feel so good, and he gonna be 15K. He gonna be 15K because he hitting it this month. Man, what? You get to be there and see the person who created all of this get pinned to a new level of press team. That means it's possible for all of us. But let me get back on subject. He said, you know, you gotta be committed. This life is forever. You marry the things that you want to do, and you just never quit. So, like, he used the example that when clients say, oh, when can I have a cheat day? And he said, well, ask them to ask their husband or their wife, when can they cheat on them? Because when you join Herbalife, you got to be in this for what it is. You came up to me, I invested my time, and I'm going to help you change your life. Because like I said, when people come to me, I feel like they're my little baby. I have to take care of them. I remind them about their goals. I'm holding you like a little baby because I'm going to make sure I change your life. I got a girl, she can't start coming to camp. This her second time at camp, been my client since last year. But I got it right here. Like, it don't matter. Whenever you feel comfortable enough to come outside. Which leads me to this next nugget that he talked about when you growing your team. Notice I keep saying stuff about babies, right? He said, he used the example, let babies crawl. He said, what's wrong with letting your baby crawl for a long period of time is if when the moment they do get up, they just take off running. Who cares if your people take moving at their pace? That's their pace. You'll see a baby crawling fast as hell, like across the floor. But all of a sudden you turn around, do something, you turn back around, they up and they just running everywhere. You're like, wait, when did you even learn how to do that? And one day you'll log in and be like, wait, where the hell 500 volume points come from? Where 800 volume points come from? Because your people was taking their time, but as long as they stay in it, plugged in, it don't matter. So don't worry about what they not doing, because this is another thing he said. Woo! Where is that? This is going to be my last one. Oh, man. He said, oh, where is that? Hold up. Boom. He said, what does not come with your HMP? Leadership. I'm sorry, Joey. Oh, man, I'm sorry. All right. Well, anyway, I already started. Got to finish. So what does not come with your HMP? He said leadership, mentorship, DMOs, nutrition clubs, team members, volume, vacations. Don't none of that stuff come with your HMP. All you got was the access to do all that stuff. When I joined, 500 volume points was hard. I was like, how am I going to do that? I don't know how to do that. But guess what? They just weren't like, oh, well, you don't know how to do it. You just be over there in the group of people that don't know how to do it. No, he told me I couldn't talk until I did 500 volume points. So I wanted to talk. So I did 500 volume points. I did actually 521 volume points. So I got to talk. Cyrah pinned me. The same moment he pinned me and he hit meal team. Like, what? I thought he was a millionaire. I was low-key was like to dig in his wallet, look for that card. No, I'm just playing. But yeah, man. He said, master your max. That's another last one. That's it. Master your max. If you don't know what your max is, you got to find out and master it. Because until you stretch yourself to that 100%, you'll never know how far you really could get. Like when you're on that last rep and it hurts really bad, do one more. Because that's when your muscle going to rip up. That's when it's going to start showing. That's when you're going to notice that extra little dip in your arm or that dip in your ab or something, an extra shoulder. Like that, you know. Just, man, look. I'm throwing it off the backboard for whoever catch it. Kobe might catch it. This is his last game. Oh. Catch it, Joey.
Okay, shoot. I'll take that lead. What's going on, fam? Joey B's been in a great company for 5 months. We walking across the extravaganza stage as getting pinned as world team. But anyways, back to this joint. What I got from it from your boy Khalil. The dude's a monster. Like I thought he was gonna come out speaking, stuff that I really won't hit me. It'd take a while, but as soon as he opened his mouth, it was like, oh, I got to pay attention to these people. Everyone else was around me, was talking, and I was like, I didn't want to get mad, but, I had to block him out. That's one thing that he said. Like a horse has, how the horse has, what do you call them things? Someone help me out.
Blinders, brother.
Yeah, blinders, basically. And only direction that the horse knows to go is straight because it blocks out everything in the peripheral. So that's what we have to do with our business. Everyone has distractions outside of this. That's life. We're human. But if we stay focused, get the little blinders on, everyone's going to the top. That's one thing. And the evolution, one thing that he said, the evolution of your why is the evolution of you. So basically breaking that down is, why are we doing this? Why did we say yes? Why are we pushing to better ourselves every day? Why are we trying to help everybody else better themselves? So that's one thing. Two things. Hold on. Got to flip through the book. And the thing that Garen said that really broke it down, even though it's the simplest stuff, the word focus, he broke F is for follow, O is for one, C is for course, U is until, and S is successful. So basically follow one course until you're successful. Instead of jumping from one thing, like the 90-day plan. Okay, I'm gonna do this for like 10 days, then I'm gonna jump from someone else for another 10 days. With that, you're not really gonna get your results that you're looking for. So a strict 90-day plan, that's why they call it a 90-day plan. You gotta do it for 90 days to get to where you wanna get. One more thing, hold on. Bear with me. Another thing that Khalil said, sometimes you gotta go slow. Hold on, sometimes slow is fast. So people like me, I consider myself, I'm moving, I'm changing pins at the correct time. So if I would have came in blazing, then I would have hit that wall. I would have been like, oh, what do I do now? I'm stuck. I don't know where to go from here. So everything is changing, Hold on, let me calm down. I still got pre-workout in me. Everything is happening for a reason. So, like I said, crawling, like the baby, you gotta crawl before you walk. So basically, this is our definition of crawling. And I'm done. Thank you.
Awesome, Joey. Megan's gonna go.
Wait, no, didn't Della? Weren't you in Dallas? You got anything? I don't know if she.
It's dark. She may be in the car.
I can't see her. Okay, well, so I'll share about our LDW in San Francisco. So first of all, it was our first big event, going back again. Oh, there's her lights on. I don't know if you want to share. If you want to just jump in, but okay, so I had to kind of first get in the frame of mind of going and be committed to learning something brand new and going in kind of like, I think it was Ellen who said it a couple weeks ago, just going in with a brand new baby brain. So, not being like, oh, I'm gonna hear the same thing. So I did that, and it was very interesting. So first of all, I've never been to any event besides Extravaganza outside of California. And for those of you that have never been to California, NorCal and SoCal are just completely different. It's basically like two different states. The way they operate, the way they talk, the way the people are. It's like going to a brand new state. So I'm used to, events with thousands of people there, bumping music, all this stuff, like too many people to fit on the stage. And we show up to a very small Hilton, and there was about 200, maybe 250 people in the whole event. So we were both kind of like, oh, okay, all right, what's this about to be? And another thing, the whole event was put on by one press team member. She kind of, Jennifer Esperante,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. She puts together the event. So she was speaking on stage, she was production manager, she was doing hospitality, she was doing registration, and running the event. And like I said, she was speaking, and she was, thanking all the guest speakers. So it was interesting watching that. Yeah. Like at one point they called her onto the stage and she was like in the bathroom, they were like, anyways. So the guest speakers were I do smack my lips, I just heard it.
No, everybody did.
Oh, okay. Yeah. What was I saying? Oh, his name was Ken Fearer. He was 15K press team. And then he brought his downline, who was 7.5 mil. So those were the two guest speakers, both really different guys. I don't know. I kind of looked at the flyer and was like, oh, this is about to be boring or whatever. Because I was like, oh. But they were pretty good. So a couple things that I took from all my notes. One, Ken Fearer, the press team guy, he kind of did a little bit of Tony Robbins. And those of you guys that don't know, like I'm super into Tony Robbins right now. And he always says about for certain things that you do all the time, because it puts different images in your head and it may give you like a different attitude about it. So he used the words for a 90-day plan. He used the words game plan interview. So for those of you that have a lot of coaches on your team, when you're sitting down with your coaches and you want to help them write a 90-day plan, if you go in thinking about it like you're interviewing them about their game plan for the next 90 days, it may change the way you ask the questions, and it may change the way that you help form those. So I really liked that. And even if you are writing your own 90-day plan, you can think about it as interviewing yourself, basically working your way backwards, seeing what you want, where you want to be in the next 90 days, and then filling in, connecting the dots on how you want to get there. So I really like that language he used, game plan interview. There was one other thing. Well, his downline, Vince, was more my favorite. I connected with him more. So one thing he said that I really liked was, don't compare yourself to somebody else's highlight reel. And what he meant by that was, everything that you see on people's social media is what you want them to see, like including yourself. You only put the stuff up on there that you want people to see. You're highlighting the best of yourself. You're not always going to put the struggles and put the hard times and put your, quote unquote failures online. So a lot of times when you find yourself comparing yourself to somebody else's journey, you're comparing yourself to their highlight reel. You're not seeing everything else that goes into it. So think about that when you find yourself comparing yourself to other people. I really like that. Of course, he talked about how important it is to have gratitude, and he called those, instead of the word gratitude, he kept using the word impacts. These are my strong impacts. And I really am picking up on that because Tony Robbins says that. So let's see. What else? We did the whole exercise where he asks you to put your dreams on paper so you can really see it and track it. And it's kind of like the vision board thing. Let me see one more thing that from the second day. Honestly, I didn't really like him too much the second day. That was more, I'm just being honest. I wasn't really feeling him the next day. But his downline, Vince Klein, he said so many different things. He talked a lot about gossiping. He had a really big section on basically how to be successful. He talked about integrity. Integrity is doing the right thing when nobody else is watching. I don't know if you guys saw how I changed my cover photo to that. In the Bible, Psalms 26, I just put the verse about integrity, because you have to have integrity when you are operating in this type of business. I mean, personally, I think every human being has to have integrity all the time, but we don't do that all the time. But in this business, your sense of integrity is going to help you be successful, because you're going to feel more positive at the end. You're going to know that you're giving your best and you're doing your best for all your clients and for yourself, whether people are watching you or not, whether you get recognized for it or not. And I really like that he included that in his section. And of course he talked about commitment. He talked about communication. He actually had another really big section on communication and on how to be a listener, how to listen to your clients, how to listen to your coaches. And so let me go back to Ken real quick. One thing I thought was really interesting too is he said that his quote was, poor people, he said, where'd it go? He said, pay yourself first, always. And he's like, he pays himself first every month, 10%. He gets paid first because you got to keep yourself going. And he basically said, poor people don't do that. Wealthy people do that. They always pay themselves first. And of course, in his stage, he's talking about monetary, but some of the other ladies, some of the people on this call know it could be different types of payment. You have to reward yourself for the little accomplishments that you make every month, every day, every week, whatever it is that you set for yourself. And those rewards are gonna what keeps you going. And then you know you're gonna get a bigger reward later if you choose that for yourself. But like I say, I think it's really important for those rewards to be consistent with what your goals are. So not everybody does well having a cheat meal. If you're trying to lose weight, don't reward yourself with a cheat meal. It doesn't make any sense. It's not consistent with what your goals are. So keep that in mind. Okay, but here's what I really want to say out of all that. My most favorite thing out of this whole event, and I have never seen this done at any event, no STS, no extravaganza, no LDW I've ever been to, is they had an entire section on money management. And he was talking to us like we already had millions of dollars in the bank. He put his, he did a Google spreadsheet, and he actually showed us his expenses and his money for the month. He put it up on a spreadsheet, and I did it. Like, I made a spreadsheet, and it's different. Some of you are already good with money, but if you're not tracking, if you're not gauging your money and your expenses and writing it down on paper in an Excel spreadsheet, I really think it'll change the way you spend your money, and it'll change the way you make money, because you're tracking your income and you're tracking your outcome. And he basically just said how important it is to see that on paper and to track your growth on a monthly basis, because you'll know how to handle it when you are making those big amounts of money. So these are the things that he said to track. He says, wealthy sales. Well, where to go? Money management. So just tracking everything from your rent, your car. Get in the habit of having your personal expenses be something completely different than your business expenses. He's basically trying to say, be business minded already. Even if you're bringing in only $100 a month with Herbalife, take that $100 and put 6 zeros behind it, and operate in your mind like you already have those millions of dollars. He was really talking to everybody in the audience like everyone in that room was a millionaire, and he was telling us exactly how to break it down, tracking your net worth. And you guys know, with the new partnership that Herbalife has with FedEx, now everything you do at FedEx, that becomes a business expense. If you're going to FedEx, you're getting your 30% off of copying for flyers, making copies, making your business cards there, doing whatever it is. That is no longer something that you need to consider yourself taking out of your personal expense. That you're a business person, you're business minded, and it goes into your business expenses. I just really like that. And I just finished doing my spreadsheet, and because I was going to share it with you guys, but I'm gonna track throughout the rest of this month. And just even the little bit I've done, I tracked just from April 1st to today, and it's crazy. I was having Cyrah add some stuff up for me. I was like, dang, I swiped that for that. Like, it doesn't even feel like it, but when you see it on paper, you're seeing it. So I thought that was really great, really cool. Developing your spending plan. I can't wait to see where I'm gonna end up at the end of the month. And last thing that I really like, he said, was, even though you have it, right? He's talking about money now. Even though you have the means to get these things, doesn't mean you have to have it. Always live below your means. So a lot of people will go and measure their success in Herbalife with things that they can go get, and things that they can buy, and the type of car they have, and how big their house is, and the type of clothes they're wearing, which is fine if it means something to you. But I know that there are things, and as long as you're not really making that be the example of your self-worth, it's different. But just because you can go get it doesn't mean you have to. Always live just below your means. Even, and that could be if you go out and buy, rent a condo or buy a house that's $1 million, and that's still just below your means, you just got it like that. But just because you have a means to retail every month and to, you know, Herbalife to give you a check every month doesn't mean you have to be spending that. You guys, Cyrah and I have done so much research on how to spend our money better and how to disperse our money better so that we can just go do stuff when we need to and go without certain things. And especially after our experience, it's life-changing to know that you have real control over your money and your money doesn't have control over you. And I think that they should have a section like that in every single event, because all you hear is are these people on stage showing you what they got and telling you how much money it's possible for you to make. Yes, it's possible, but you don't see anybody teaching you what to do with it when you get there. So I just thought that was real cool, and I definitely took his advice. I'm gonna track my money every month. I'm gonna track my net worth, and it was very powerful. And just before I go, Montrell, thank you so much for fixing my little mistake that I've been making with the volume. Amy, I see that you're on the call. So my bad. Amy has been on top volume. I was running the report wrong. So I will fix it as soon as the call's over. I'm going to post it and you're on there. Yeah.
And I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I like to congratulate and recognize Megan for doing that, posting top volume, because when she does things like that, it takes a little bit of the not stress, but it takes a little bit of that monkey on my back, juggling everything. So I get to, apply that time that I'll be in BizWorks. I'm guilty. I'll be in BizWorks for hours just looking, like crunching all the numbers, and it takes away from me following up on clients. I know you guys are doing your one-on-one calls with clients. You're doing workouts. You got your fit camps popping and all this stuff I want to do. Go across the street to Walmart, do face-to-faces, or go over here. I got 2 gym memberships, working on the 3rd one. So going to the gyms, talking to people. When she's doing things like posting top volume and doing those reports, learning as she goes, lifting as she climbs, it's helping the whole team out because, just like I treat Super Mario, we got to get him past 15K. We got to get him to 20K. That's going to shoot Garen up to 40K. Brian Holyfield's going to go up to 30K. And when we're doing that, the more we do, it means that's the more they're doing. So the more Cyrah does, it's opening up more windows and more pockets for all of us to grow. That's how it is for all of you at the top of your organizations as well. And we'll have that conversation once you get to Active World Team. Me and Ellen have that conversation. So a couple of things I wanted to touch on before we close out. And correct me if I'm wrong if you catch anything. I know some of you guys was on the Build It Better call. And JJ Mikowski's been killing it ever since he first hit 7,500 mil. It's crazy. But what I wanted to do is recognize anybody who has new clients, or if you're a new member, or I know we got Joey, new supervisor, on the call. I just want to congratulate you guys. So can we clap it up for them? New people to come. I know you've probably been sitting on this call, or maybe somebody is going to watch this recording. You're like, man, what are they talking about? I don't know what a founders expansion team is in a billionaire circle. Like, we're saying all these terms, but look in your booklet, or if you're a new member, it has the marketing plan. So I wanted to ask you guys, think about it like this. This is how Super Mario put it to me. Maybe because I'm in the Army, or maybe because he aspired to be in the Army. But think about, who are your generals and who do you want them to be? What's the type of people you want in your business? I know it's a pin called Chairman's Club where you need 5 frontline presidents team members, 5 diamonds who should be generals in your organization. When I look at people like Mark and Joe Addy, when I look at Garen Jones' organization, when I look at Super Mario's organization, some of my sidelines that you guys have seen, Laura Holloway, Khalil Blakey, some of these speakers you guys have seen, Heather Schwartz, these people have frontline members who I'm like, that's a general. That's a general. Because it's not like it's somebody who's just a cash cow, meaning they just doing the volume. Somebody made up something where they're doing it their own way and they have 10,000 volume points every month, but you never see them, you never hear from them, they don't share what they're doing with you. But the generals are the people that's coming on the calls, they're going to the events, they're contributing. When your contribution is high, your volume is going to match it. You stay in this business, you're going to make money. That's why I love what Megan was just talking about. You stay in this business, you're going to make money. If somebody told me that when I first started, I wouldn't have believed them. But I'm sitting here telling you guys because I've lived it and I know you can do it. There's nothing special about me or Megan or all these people making all this money. It's just working the business, trusting the process. I know Dennis Didell said something. He said you can work Herbalife full-time or you can work Herbalife part-time, but you can't work Herbalife in your spare time. So all these people who saying, I want this, I want that, Super Mario and them posting all these superficial things, cars and houses and stuff people love. And if you want more out of life, if you want the crazy, nasty cars, if you want the mansions and the yacht, the millionaire, you want all that stuff, just work the business. You'll have it. Abundance is going to come. But all these people that say they want that and they do Herbalife in their spare time, well, they're only just, they're living a dream that's never going to happen. But if you want to build your dreams, you got to intentionally work the business full-time or part-time. When you go to these events and people go on the stage and we do income stories, people say, I work the business full-time. I made this amount last month. I work the business part-time. I made this amount last month. Nobody gets on stage and say, oh, I go to school and I'm a stay-at-home mom and I do University of Phoenix and I got 3 different baby daddies and 5 kids and I do Herbalife in my spare time. Oh, press team, no. It just doesn't work that way. So you guys, I want you to realize that the type of people that you're attracting in your business is the type of person that you are. When I look on this call and I see people, I see myself and all of you. A year ago today, I did my time hop, saw Tamika Mac's refrigerator. I hit her up. I'm like, dang, time hop is crazy. 1 year, time flies. She's like, yeah, I'm down 41 pounds this year. I'm like, dang. And I just went to her house last year. Y'all remember Dallas LDW? Some of you guys were in the business. You know, Joey wasn't born yet, but some of you guys, you know, you were in the business and we were in Dallas. Like, I flew there. It's like 2 weeks before me and Megan got surprise married to you guys. We planned it, but I was there in Dallas and, you know, Ellen had her little team. You know, Shonda had it going. It was like 12 of us. Yeah, we were sitting there popping. You know what I mean? We led the little Urban Heroes circle. It was like me, Ellen and her team. I think Tasha was there, Tamika, and it was like Big Will, who's like cutting press. It's crazy. That was us. Amani was in the building, had some people author, and then it was like Will Davis, and we were the Urban Heroes that was there. Man, it's crazy. When you're a leader, we went to San Francisco. It's like me, Megan, and like one other Urban Hero. But we in there representing, like we're in there. We're on the scene because we know that we're working the business. So that's number one. Number two, so number one was, who are your generals? Who do you want? Because when I look at this call, I see a lot of myself. I'm like, these are intentional people that I want. Talk about 5 people, Chairman's Club. Talk about 10 people, that's Founder Circle. They have these 3 stone pins, 5 stone pins, 7 stone, 10 stone pins. That means frontline active supervisor. When Ellen first got born into the business through Shonda, I had a 5 stone pin. I had 6 frontline active supervisors. Today I have 1. That means I got to get back to work. And that's Black Williams. That means today I got to get back to work. There's room. I just have to create it. John C. Maxwell, 21 irrefutable laws of leadership. The first law is the law of the lid. You got to be a level 10 leader to attract level 8 leaders. You can't be a level 4 leader and attract level 8s. You be a level 4 leader, you're going to attract level 2. You're a level 3 leader, you're attracting first level. When you want those level 10s, you got to be a 12. You got to be off the Richter scale. You got to be up there. You work this business, the money's going to come. Super Mario, you all know his story. He started on house arrest. He was texting me. I was a text downline. He hit everybody up. He went and heard it. He heard Eric Thomas, how bad do you want it? He hit everybody up. Last month, that guy made $40,000. That's all my student loans. I can make 40 right now. Here you go, student loans, done. 40,000. But you don't want a new member, new client to know that story yet. They got to be ready to hear that. All they care about, when I started, all I cared about was my cookies and cream shake and my raspberry tea and my cellulose. That's all I cared about. I had a roommate, Edwin Bennett, who born people like Amani, who bore people like Jasmine Harlow, who bore people like Karis Gant. I had Eddie asking me for scoops of my cookies and cream. I'm like, you can buy some, because that's all I cared about. It's like growing up in life. When you're 5 years old, you're not worried about phone bills and paying the rent. You're worried about what cereal are you eating that morning because you hate Frosted Flakes, you want some Lucky Charms. You got different priorities. When I started business, I was 5 years old in business, you know, kindergarten, right? When I'm in the kindergarten, I'm worrying about my cookies and cream shake. I'm like, I only get 14 scoops. So if I give you 2 scoops, that means I only got 13 left, 13 servings left or whatever, 28 servings, right? And that's what I was worried about. Now I'm worrying about different things, but I still got to meet people where they're at when I have a new member, new client, potential. I had a frat brother call me today. I did a $300 order because all he wanted was 3 shakes a day, 3 shakes a day for 30 days. I said 300, run it. And just because he's my frat brother and I like him, I threw in some tea because I'm like, you need the tea too, because he's my frat brother and I can do that. And he's in the military. So I'm like, I got to do something, but I'm not going to discount him. I'm going to get more volume and give him more product to get more results. Because he's calling me because he knows what it is. He knows what time it is. So guys, stick in the business, pick your generals. Because I envisioned all of y'all before y'all came. Stephanie was like one of my first, and that's like a general because she's still here. And she don't want to see me on the track. And her pops don't want to see me on the court. Oh, don't tell them to say that. Extravaganza tickets. So you guys, extravaganza's coming up. Throw them bands up. You got your early birds, right? Right? Well, this is a Fitbit that Stephanie got me. But look at Ellen getting hers. I got mine in the room. I only wear it when I do an event. Yeah, I only wear it when I do an event because me and Megan have ours. I like wearing it when I do an event because I have so many bands, guys, and this is something you might want to take or leave. I have so many LDW bands and extravaganza bands, and they're all up there, and they get faded because I wear it so much. I'm like, man, which one was that one? So I like only try to bust it out when I'm like, boom, hitting an event up, and then I like LDW, STSs is up, and I'm like, got my band. So I try to take care of it so it doesn't get all faded. So here goes the formula, guys. You guys can write this down. So you get 10 people, new people to extravaganza. Ellen is halfway there. That's called Active World Team, 10 people. Remember this formula, 20 people, 20 new frontline people, guests, members, clients, because there will be a section, whether you go to Long Beach or Atlanta, I think we're all in the A. You get them to that event, to that HOM, and they see it. That's called Global Expansion Team. You get 50 people, that's called Millionaire Team. You get 100 people, that's called President's Team. So these are people that you want to get to the event. Tell everybody to come. We're going to be in Atlanta. You think I'm not telling everybody to go? I'm like, just come see it. Just come, take it or leave it. I just need you to get there because you need it. Everybody needs it. So however you get people there, get them. You get a new member, you can start the countdown now. How many days we got? It's under 90 days. What is it, on the 21st? Well, Long Beach is the 8th, the 21st, 85 days. So in the next 85 days, whenever you sign somebody up, get them on the phone, okay? You may want to do it online or however you do it. How I learned it from Laura Holloway, who got 100 people to, she's President's Team, who got 100 people to Extravaganza, became President's Team by that next year. She said, you get a new member, you say, hey, you know what? We got an event coming up. Let's get on the phone and get your ticket now. It's like what they're supposed to do. You signed up, oh, we got this awesome promotion. You get to pay only the early bird price of $90. Let's get you on the phone right now and get your ticket to get to the event. Once the time comes to get there, you'll hear the story. Style Bell, stories that'll touch your heart. When he said that, I'm like, man, that's it. I was like, this is it. You guys got to listen to this. He said this on the call. Some of you guys were on it. He said, when I went to my first extravaganza, I didn't have any money. I slept on the floor. I was surviving off protein bars from the little snack bags. Style Bell's $20K executive president's team. His first extravaganza, he was on the floor. People were sleeping in the windowsill. He didn't have no money. He didn't want to say nothing to nobody because of pride and ego, but the guy was surviving off protein bars. I love the product. I love protein bars. But after like my third one, I'm like, okay, I need something else. That's it. So with that story in mind, to see where he was at and where he is now, and if you don't know who Style Bell is, he's in our organization, Sideline, somebody who was a waiter at BJ's, the greatest waiter you ever had, but he was just that. He was the best waiter. He couldn't be nothing else. He got an opportunity with Herbalife and hit the ground running. Never stopped. And I get mistaken for him. So I'm going to quote him sometimes. All right. The promos for extravaganza. So 7,500 double volume right now. Do it, do it, do it. Go for it, go for it, go for it. Me and Megan are going for it. Right now, we're probably like right shy of 2,000. So we're on track for 5K, but we want to be on track for 7,500. We're going for 10 every month. No matter what, it's just what we do. 20,000 volume points, April, May, June. Get you preferred seating at extravaganza. That's called bronze VIP. You're going for bronze, great. Go for something. 25,000 is silver VIP. That's April, May, June, combined volume, all fully qualified supervisors. That's preferred seating as well. We'll get a little bit closer because at extravaganza, they got the red ropes and you can't go in there unless you're press team, but you get to get closer if you're VIP. 30K. That means April, May, June, combined amount, 30,000 volume points, gold VIP. That means you get a gift and you get to sit up there. They give you some kind of gift. There's some kind of extra incentive. There's some kind of extra training. They'll have it popping. They haven't released it all the way yet. Ellen got the thermos popping. She also got the meal prep. Congratulations. Platinum is even more. That's 35,000. You get to sit closer. You get something special. Now here's what the press team pack is doing. That's a team of Style Bell, Celeste Richmond, Jonathan Weber, Corey White, Keon Owens, Garen Jones, Super Mario, and I think that's everybody. Brian Holyfield. About 10 president team members, all sidelines. Some of them are upline, downlines. And they get together and they do these promotions. That's how Ellen got to go to Miami because she qualified and wanted it. That's how Ellen got to go to Timberwolves because she qualified and wanted it. And it's possible for all of us. But they're putting something together where if you hit gold VIP or platinum VIP, there'll be incentive for you in Long Beach or in Atlanta. I believe this team is going to the A. Hopefully I don't have my military training. I should be good and clear. But hopefully we're there and we are turning up because in St. Louis, we turned up. You guys were there. Tamika was there. Ellen was there. You guys were there turning up. We're going to be turning up like we was in Chicago. Some of you guys were in Chicago and people were envious. I cried in Chicago. I'm like, this is crazy. Stephanie was in that thing. Turn. And I loved it because we earned it. We wear that button. Do I got it on? No, that's lose weight. I wore the earn what you're worth today. If you come to an event like that, you come out of town, we're up in somewhere. Cyrah don't know how to do it no less than doing it big. I do it big and huge, okay?
And we gonna be in a mansion somewhere?
And we're gonna be in a mansion, but don't tell them that
Oh.
yet.
Oh, whoops.
How dare you?
Whoopsie.
Whoopsie. Y'all got a little sneak peek. But check this out, guys. Last month I said Super Mario made how much? $40,000. Last month Garen Jones made how much? $170,000 in 1 month. Not 1 year, 1 month. Leslie Stanford, top distributor in the company, $2.5 million in 1 month. Did you share that with your new members? Do you share that with your new clients? No. But you guys need to know that that's possible. Typically, new supervisors make anywhere from $1 to $500 in a month. That's what's typical. These people, Super Mario, Garen Jones, Leslie Stanford, what's possible? Cyrah made just shy of $5,000, about $4,500 and some change. My goal is $5,000 every month. That later is going to be, I can't expect y'all to make that if that's my expectation. So that's going to be higher. Matter of fact, right now, $10K a month. Let's get it. Blah, throw up moment, right? Why not? Why not? We love it. We love the business. We're worth it. So, guys, I think that's pretty much all I got. Let me just look over my notes. There's going to be a lot of new things coming up soon. These 85 days countdown extravaganza. We're going to be trying out new things, working new 90-day plans. Just know that I may hit you up randomly. I'm going to test something out. I want to know how many new clients you got. It's going to be weekly. How many new presentations you did. How many new contacts you have, and how many new 3-day trials. And this is what I'm doing with my frontline members. So as much as I love Montrell, Joey, Amy, a lot of these people on this call, Monty, I mentor 6 levels deep, but what I'm doing with my new frontlines, my new clients, is I'm asking them these things. So it's something that you may want to practice with yours. So if you want to share that stuff with me, I'm not going to not listen, but I'm using my energy towards new frontline because the top distributor in the company who made $2.5 million last month always says first level, first level, first level. So that first level is essential. You got to go wide and deep, wide and deep. You can make lots of money when you're wide and deep. Suzanne Morrow. We learned that song at the STS. So if you guys are complete, because I think we're good to go. Oh, wait, I'm going to pass it to my wife. She caught that day.
I just wanted to know if there's anyone on the call who has got any new health results recently that would like to unmute herself and share. Anybody have some new health, not in the last month or so, but anybody have any new statistics to share on the call?
I know you're out there. Where are you?
Anybody?
Where is he?
Anybody?
That's Batman. Well, I got a new health result. I'm down 5 pounds, guys, and my wife tells me I've lost inches. We need to measure me, but I stepped on the scale, and I was 200 pounds when I posted that army picture. I stepped on the scale, I'm 195. So I'm getting down to 185 so I can be all the way ready when I get back in, but 5 pounds over here, guys. That's huge.
All right. Go ahead. Sorry, I just wanted to ask that. Oh, wait.
Oh, Colton, apple pie.
Oh.
Results. Okay, so starting in April, I got back on my nutrition plan, super on it, and I am down. I'm now down today 12 pounds.
Wow.
That's my new result.
Yeah. Congratulations, apple pie.
Siri, can you tell me how Stephanie Coulter lost 16 pounds?
Calling +32707876060.
What?
Siri, what's wrong?
That's your social, bitch?
All right, guys. We'll stop recording.